Congratulations! You've gotten your visa and you're about to relocate your life to the United States of America! But what now? You've packed your stuff, you've paid your fees, and now you've got some time to kill. So let's watch some stuff. But what should you binge? You should watch something to help you prepare for your new life, right?
Never fear, Adam is here, and after 5 years in this land of dreams and freedom, I have made a quick list of things you should probably watch or get around to watching at least once before you come out here and experience the absolutely understated culture shock.
I'm going to be blunt. Part of the reason this video exists is just because I want to talk about this show for literally any reason at all. Ugly Americans was an animated series that, despite clearly belonging on Adult Swim, aired both of its seasons on Comedy Central and was promptly seen by nobody. But I saw it. Oh, dear sweet children, I didn't just see it, I witnessed it.
I'm being pretentious about a show where the premise is monsters living in New York. Yeah, I need to get over myself.
So, like I just said, the premise of the show is that monsters, zombies, demons, werewolves, vampires and the like, are now living in human society and are integrating with regular America. And helping newbies transition into living in the modern New York is the Social Services Department of Integration. Our main character, Mark Lilly, is a starry-eyed, fresh into Manhattan, self-described social miracle worker trying to help his class properly integrate. There's only one small problem. He's an absolute mollycoddling idiot.
Just replace Department of Integration with United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, and what you get is one of the best piss takes of the system to come out of this country.
It's so spot on. It's so spot on. From the immigration officers trying way too hard to be accommodating, to the weirdos you meet either on IMMI help or waiting at your USIS facility. Whoever wrote this clearly either worked for the US government or spent time in the system, and I refuse to believe otherwise. It perfectly encapsulates the unique American culture shock, the American workplace, and openly mocks the American need to label and compartmentalize people by social conventions. It's a great way to prepare yourself mentally for the torture of the system, but also to help yourself find humor in it. Also, it's horror themed, so yeah, bonus points from me. Lol.
Abracadabra.
Full disclosure, this is, and has been for much longer than my tenure in the States, my favourite film of all time. That said, Americans are a vain sort that are usually incapable of making fun of themselves. That's not me being a jerk. That's an observation I've made from decades of American comedies that shows making the other the butt of every joke or the premise of every gag. But then there's American Psycho. It's a notorious novel from the mind of Bret Easton Ellis, one of my favourite authors that looks at the yuppie, an arrogant, self-obsessed, narcissistic sort that you normally find sulking around sales floors and corporate offices. The point here is not to embrace his entrepreneurship or his self-reliance. Quite the opposite. The story flays him within an inch of life. You follow Patrick Bateman, by day, Vice President of Mergers and Acquisitions at the prestigious Pearson Pierce, by night, serial killer obsessed with his own vanity. It's a sharp, poignant reflection of America's obsession with image and control, wrapped in a healthy dose of black comedy. I can't show too much because, YouTube, but it's really, really worth it and will 10,000% help you prepare for the artificial infatuation ever present in America and its workforce. Particularly if you get stuck working retail, trust me, you're going to see 1,000 sales managers like this guy.
Also, Jared Leto, or is it Leto, whatever the stupid bastard's name is, he gets an axe to the face, which is incredibly therapeutic if, like me, you were bombarded with that stupid bury me, song of his. What was that band called again? What was it, like 30 Seconds to Pluto or some shit like that?
30 seconds till you're in a cult!
Nothing will prepare you. Nothing will make you understand before you come here. But when you've seen it, you won't forget the horror.
Stop and frisk actually saved lives, hundreds of lives.
Mad scientists in Russia, Ukraine are manufacturing the corona.
So you can just touch something like this and then put it to your mouth and get the virus?
Right. They think this is normal. They think this is sane. And it's not like it's just the infamous one. Oh, no. It's all of them. You spend 1 minute being blasted with politically slanted content from one wing of the spectrum, only to flip the channel to the other wing, turning your brain into thick porridge. And between these mental beatdowns, they watch advertisements for prescription medicine. There is nothing, dear God, nothing that can help your brain prepare for this onslaught other than just watching some American news before you get here. I've been all over Europe, I've spent time in the Middle East, I've even seen a little bit of Africa, but absolutely nothing I have ever seen compares to this. And since we've got a global health concern going on right now, and an election looming, you're in for an absolute bloody doozy, my friend.
My personal recommendation, besides the unconditional love of a cat, is booze. Lots and lots of booze. Or, if your state permits it, the other restricted substance that may or may not be a favourite of Norval Rogers. Well, that's the video. I promise you, you're gonna be fine. Once you're settled in, life does resemble something somewhat normal. It's a ton of fun living here, and I really wouldn't want to live anywhere else. I promise, you're gonna be fine. Now, I do have one last piece of advice though. Just remember, we're not the ones with the accents. They are. Bye-bye. He's fallen asleep on me. Cut.